What is up, guys? So, we're gonna do something a little different today, but not like that different. It's not that crazy. What we're gonna do is we're pretty much going to talk about not how to have like the perfect game, but pretty much like how you're looking to play the first 3 minutes of your game and how to win your lane in like the first 3 minutes. This is kind of a combination of several concepts that we've talked about before. They're just going to be kind of highlighted in this video specifically. I thought this was a nice game where things pretty much lined up for us pretty well. So, let's talk about what's happening here, right? What is happening here? Alright, so let's hit pause. Let's take a look at bot lane here. Alright, they showed up. No mana used. Lee Sin was in the bush here. So realistically, we don't know where Elise is starting. But, hypothetically, we can assume that she's starting bot side blue. Why? Why do I think she's bot side blue? Well, I think she's bot side blue for two reasons. One, because Kayn was spotted out on the Raptors here, and she didn't show. And then also for the fact that Elise, if she's starting leashless, she does percent health damage with her Q, so she probably wants to take a buff that doesn't attack and do as much damage and has a larger health pool because it's going to be most effective for her clear, right? Great. Alright, so let's get into this. First 3 minutes of the game. We've identified where the jungler is and everything else, and now we're going to do something that I've talked about before in my top lane guide, which is we're going to look for a value trade. I'm waiting and not autoing this wave because I know if I E forward here, I should collect the minions and I can force a trade out of this Lee Sin. I know that Lee Sin either has to come up for an auto or he has to use a Q or he has to use his W. There's no way that he can secure all of these minions without getting close to the wave. And unless he takes W to start and he W's away, he's going to be giving up these minions, right? So, let's see what happens. He gets the minions. Great for him, right? I don't get all three, but that's okay because what we're looking to do is we're looking to take a heavy trade, and then we're pretty much looking to back off. The reason why is because he has Conqueror. I have Fleet, right? So we want short burst trades. Don't want extended fights where he can get Conqueror stacked up. Alright, so now what's our plan here? Well, obviously our plan is to crash and use the health advantage we have, right? But the more important thing is we're talking about winning your lane in the first like 3 minutes, first 5 minutes, right? So what's important to mention here is that at level 1, Lee Sin really shouldn't be fighting me at all. This happens quite often with Darius's, with Riven's, where laners who aren't very strong level 1 will disrespect these bushes and they'll get jumped out of the bush and they don't walk in a safe path on their way to lane, or they'll try to contest the push early on when they know that if they go for these first three minions and they're holding their ability, they're going to all in you and you're going to lose the trade, right? So sometimes you have to concede the wave because that's the smart thing to do. You know you're not going to beat them in the early game. So let's play this out. Let's talk. So as of right now, what we're doing is we're just trying to trade onto Lee Sin every single time he goes for a minion, right? You can see every time he goes up for a minion, I'm walking up and autoing. And it seems like, is it really worth it for you to do that? Well, because you're aggroing the wave? Yeah, it is. And the reason why is because I have Fleet, right? So I'm trying to chunk him out for two reasons. One, I know that I'm not going to get any help because my jungler is pathing bot. Second, if Elise is pathing top, then I have to do two things here. I have to A, build a level advantage. Two, I need to get a crash off because the wave is already pushing. And three, I need to build a big wave for safety, right? So we'll continue watching here, right? So as we go through, what we'll see is that I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm pretty much going up and I'm trying to auto him when he's looking for last hits. You can see that I'm positioning up and towards these minions. I'm trying to starve him off of the CS. Now the third wave is here, and I could go for a third wave crash, but realistically, I don't want to push this super hard. I have a nice juicy wave. I'm in a good spot, right? I can pressure here. So now, exactly what I was talking about before ends up happening for us, right? We have the ability to pay attention. He's walking up, and he's making a mistake that I have made several times myself. He's thinking, oh, I need to thin this wave. I need to trade back a little bit. I need to get this guy lower so that I can get a gank and we can kill him. But the truth is that he's not allowed to do that. I have wave advantage, and any trade he takes into me right now, or any CS he goes in for right now, is very much losing. And because of that disrespect, He ends up getting heavily chunked out here. And now this is important. What we're going to talk about here is very important. I'm going to use my ward in this bush specifically because I want these minions to continue aggroing onto him so that it's a potential kill in the 2v2, right? Because if he drops aggro, then he has the ability to reset and potentially help this Elise. Now we can see that Elise is only level 3, which means she skipped camps to come up here. So there's two important things to realize in this. Well, it's a 1v2 actually, my apologies. So there's two important things to realize here. We have an important kill. We have a jungler who skipped camps to come and gank us, right? So we can either go for the kill, or we can waste the jungler's time and guarantee advantage for Arcane and guarantee that we crash the wave and this guy loses. If I greed for this kill and flash, maybe I get it. But then my flash is down, he might TP back, hold this wave, and I might get re-ganked and completely screwed, right? So let's talk about how we play this out. I put that down so that we continue to keep aggro. He flashes. I'm not going to follow his flash. And the reason I'm not going to follow his flash here is because Elise still has all of her abilities up. She has all of her CC up, right? So greeting for this kill and making a knee-jerk decision could potentially get me killed in this instance, right? So let's play it out. Let's see what happens, right? Now I get hit with the Q. This is fine because overall, right, Elise can't fight me in this wave. And neither can he at this point. So now, with this giant stacked wave that I've built by being patient and buying my time, I'm able to 1v2 early game, and I can waste all of Elise's time and all of Lee Sin's time, and I can force out his TP as well, right? So, let's play this out, right? Now is a good time for me to hard push, because if, you know, we know that Elise has to go to her Krugs, and we know that she can't really contest this because I still have Flash. So we get this push in. We walk back just because we don't want to get hit by the Q, and we're going to back here. Now the reason we're going to back here is because we pretty much have the perfect cheater recall, but it's not really a cheater recall because we still have to use our TP. But the reason I'm using TP here is because A, I don't want to miss any minions in this wave. B, if Lee Sin pushes this and I have item advantage, I fight him in this freeze and it's great for me. And with Kayn looking into the bot side here, if Elise re-ganks, I'm giving my Kayn another advantage on the map, right? So we want to abuse our lead at this point, right? And we know that he doesn't have flash. So I'm not going to do anything crazy here. I'm just going to walk up and try and stop his back. Unfortunately, I don't, right? But that still means that he has to back in TP. And because we backed here and we held the freeze, and we didn't let this wave completely crash, you'll see he ends up losing 2 minions worth of XP. And almost a cannon and everything. And my Kayn is ending up setting up a play in the bot side here, right? And this is all a result of us just playing really, really smart early game and playing around proper trades and proper wave management. So now what we can do, since this guy has, you know, no ability to shove in here, is we can just hold him permanently in a freeze, and the chance that Elise is invading is very, very low, right? And then we hold our abilities, and because we hold our abilities here, right, we bait him into another bad trade. At this point, doing nothing but just abusing this Lee Sin's bad positioning and bad wave management, this lane is pretty much over, right? We have a permanent freeze, Elise is rage invading and pretty much dead, and my jungler has a massive advantage, right? And now, he has no help on the top side either. So we know he's completely alone, and we go in, and we secure another kill. Now in this instance, at this point, I can hard shove this wave out, right? And make it so that he loses. Unfortunately, people AFK'd on their team, and they surrendered, right? But the point that we're making here is that all of these little things that we've talked about before, wave management, third wave crashes, fourth wave crashes, proper trading, right, around last hits and saving your cooldowns, building slow pushes to protect you when junglers gank, right? You can see how all of these things factored in to pretty much securing a massive lead for me at 5 minutes. And this Lee Sin, I mean, you can check real quick before, he died here. But he's level 5. I'm level 6 after he dies. I'm going to shove this wave in. He's going to lose that XP on the next... Let's see here. He's going to lose the next XP on an entire cannon wave plus this wave. I'm going to get a cannon wave. I'm going to back, and then I'm going to come back the lane again. And we're going to have a probably 500, 600 gold lead in terms of spent items on this guy. And he has no way back into the game, and I still have my flash, right? Which means that at 6, I can look for a flash E play, and I can kill him again, right? So, just wanted to make this video to kind of go over with you guys, like, how important those first 5 minutes of the game can be. It seems so minimal, but when you go back and really watch it, it is a huge difference maker, especially when you're playing top. You can help out your jungler exceptionally without even getting a gank or without even like doing an invade, right? Just applying pressure and playing smart. And yeah, so hope that you guys enjoyed this. Hope that this was a little informative. There's not always an opportunity to showcase so many things going correctly in one video or in one game. So I thought that this would be nice to just take a little snippet. So see you guys in the next one.